Happy summer! And many of you are going to be out enjoying the summer weather this season. And some things I want to discuss about the skin. Many times when I have clients come in, they've had their exposure to the sun, they had such a great time, and then they forgot to put on sunblock, or they're not really thinking about skincare. And so usually it's wait until something is going on with the skin and then fix it later. Anyways, so here are some things that can happen to your skin if you got a lot of sun exposure and there's actually damage to the skin. We're going to get a damaged skin barrier, which is the surface of the skin can get dry, rough, or red or patchy, and irritated if it gets to that point. And it can lead to premature aging, such as fine lines and wrinkles at an earlier than normal. And then can lead to also hyperpigmentation. So some of these damage may not show up right away. It might show up later, a few months or years down the road. So here are some summer tips you want to take care of your skin. One thing to keep in mind is that when the seasons change or you have a lifestyle change, that your skincare will also change too. So in the summer, there's going to be a difference in heat, the weather in terms of humidity, as well as the UV that's going to be intensified during the summer. So what that means is that your routine that you were using in the winter, fall, or also years ago are going to change because you need different nutrients for your skin. Oh, and the other thing is that some people's skin is going to get really oily at times during the summer. So protecting your skin doesn't mean slathering more SPF sunblock on your face. So if you're looking into sunblock, there's actually many different types. And let's narrow it down to make it easier. There's really two categories. You got the professional grade, which is like medical, clinical, non-over-the-counter products. These are going to find at spas, medi-spas, or your dermatologist. And then you got over-the-counter sunblock. So there's going to be a difference in the grade as well as when you put it onto your skin, the feel, the smell, and how the skin feels right after when you apply it. One of the major difference with professional sunblocks or professional skincare is that they're going to be a lot more skin conscious and they're going to be loaded with ingredients that are going to also treat the skin at the same time. So it's just not a regular sunblock that you get at the over the counter and you put it on and you're like, okay, that's good. Maybe that's what you want. And then there's some people that have conditions on their skin and maybe a generic sunblock may not be the best for the condition of their skin. So if they're dealing with acne, skin sensitivities, or as well as dryness and wrinkles, or they're looking to have that skin to look a little bit more luminous, then a professional sunblock would be one of the products you want to go for. So what's going to come down to is the formulation. Some professional sunblocks will have active ingredients, multivitamins, and skin-loving ingredients that are active ingredients that actually treat the skin. So if you put a professional sunblock on, you might see that skin's a lot more luminous, it's more calm. So these are the things that you can look for in a professional grade sunblock. If you're wondering if you're putting too much or too little sunblock on, you can use the hand measurement technique. If you're just going to apply on your face only, you can do the one finger rule. So you'll pump one line onto the finger. In this demonstration, I put the sunblock on different areas of the face. That will help to evenly distribute the sunblock all over. And then if you want to include your neck, you would actually do another line. So for the two finger rule for face and neck. Here, I'm going to apply another finger, and this is going to equal to half a teaspoon. That is the two finger rule. So I'm going to apply on the neck, and then we're ready to go in the sun. So what does the SPF mean on the sunblock? It doesn't mean that it's the intensity or the strength of the sunblock, even though it does have a little factor in it. Mostly it's about the calculations. So if you see the SPF on the sunblock, so for example, this says SPF 50, and you want to do your calculations. So what it means is that if you normally when you don't have any sunblock on, how long does it take for your skin to normally burn? So in my case, I'm more fair in the skin, so it takes me 2 minutes. And what you do is you take the SPF number and you multiply by 2 minutes. So that equals out to 100 minutes. And that means that it's 100 minutes of protection from sunblock, with sunblock. And after 100 minutes, you want to reapply sunblock again. About the protection level, there is some minor percentages in the strengths. So you can see in here, in this box here, what they indicate. And that's how you choose your sunblock. If you are looking for a moisturizer for your summer season, here are some ingredients that you would like to have in your moisturizer. Very first is hyaluronic acid. This is actually a moisture molecule that normally exists in your skin, and you're actually putting it back into your skin, and it increases and holds moisture in there. And when you do that, the skin tends to be a little bit less oilier just because it knows it's getting its hydration. The other ingredients is ceramides. So these are ingredients that help to create, they say like a mortar, but I would say it's kind of like the gluey pieces to help seal in the moisture and help prevent moisture loss. So these two ingredients are actually very similar to what you find in your skin barrier. And your skin barrier is the layer of the skin that actually is responsible for balancing oil and water in the skin as well too. Amongst other things that it does. Protection and functioning in terms of when things go in and out of the skin. So the healthier your skin barrier is, the nicer your skin is going to be. And the other thing is when it comes to serums, you want to look for lightweight serums, and any serum that has antioxidants or cooling and soothing reparative ingredients. If you're looking for plant extracts, you're looking at aloe vera, cucumber extract, chamomile. So an infusion of plant extracts with some pharmaceutical or cosmeceutical ingredients are going to be a very best optimal combo. And these are ingredients you're going to want to use, especially after sun exposure. So this is going to help your skin stay healthy and nice throughout the summer season. I'm going to share about what you can do in terms of professional skincare treatments in case you want to do something more intensive repair. And one of the treatments that you want to consider is the oxygen therapy. So this is not just putting on products for oxygenating your skin. We're talking about using an actual machine that compresses and purifies oxygen from the air, filters it, and makes it pure oxygen. But we're not also putting oxygen on your skin. There's actually a concoction or formula inside the gun, and the oxygen is going to force the ingredients into the skin. So you're going to get a more deeper care. And usually in the ingredients of the gun, we're going to have peptides, hyaluronic, minerals, and vitamins. So how is this very good for you, especially in the summertime? If you got a sunburn, you can actually do this oxygen treatment therapy. This also helps to strengthen your skin and protect and stimulate collagen. So it has all these anti-aging benefits. And let's just say you don't have a sunburn on your skin, but you do want to prevent any damage or reverse any minor damages that may be on the skin. So having a facial oxygen therapy infusion facial that can be very helpful. And when you do that for your skin and you're using your home care products, it actually amplifies its results. Let's just say you can't get to a facial in time and your skin needs some help. If you have something at home, you can use aloe vera and also cucumber extract. Maybe you can find it in a serum versus like cutting it up and put it on your face. Usually when it's in a serum, it's more labbed manipulated. So they're going to like do something with the molecules so it's more better absorbed into the skin. Oxygen therapy infusion has been used for people who have sunburns or post-surgery to help heal up scarring. So that lets you know the strength and level of how powerful a oxygen infusion facial can be. Also, it does other things too. You're talking about making fine lines and wrinkles look a lot less deep. And if you have any pigmentation, and especially new ones that are coming on, it helps to strengthen up that areas to reduce the pigmentation damage. In your summer skincare routine, you can also include ingredients that are antioxidants. And what happens for antioxidants is that they actually scavenge free radicals. And free radicals are things that help break down the skin's ability to be healthy and have that youthful longevity look. So example of free radicals are UV exposure from the sun, as well as pollution. You're talking about smog and smoking, poor diet, and also lifestyle. So if we do drink alcohol or medicated drugs. So you want to consider having these ingredients inside your serum or your moisturizers. And the most common antioxidant ingredients that you'll probably hear about is vitamin C, vitamin E, ferulic acid, as well as the lighter plant botanicals. And you can actually find them in recovery serums, in concentrated reparative serums. So these are going to be serums that are highly concentrated to actually repair your skin. So these antioxidants help to protect the skin from degrading as well as to repair from the damage from the UV rays. When we're putting on sunblock, we don't think about the other areas of the skin that we might miss because we're in a hurry or we can't see our face. And so I'm going to show you the areas that we want to cover as well too, because these are the areas that do burn a little bit more easily. So we have the hairline over here. You want to make sure there's sunblock on here. And then you want to do your ears. Just all around it. These ones, for many, actually gets dark and burns easily. And this is actually going to help your skin from damage, reducing the damage of UV exposure. Because damaged skin causes premature aging. You might see dark spots later on, look wrinkly. Maybe after the summer you might see it because you notice it more. That can happen. And then we have some under the chin. You want to make sure you don't forget that part. And that's how you apply sunblock on the areas that you might forget. If you're noticing that your skin is getting more oilier in the summertime, there is a reason why. So due to the temperature and the heat, your skin is going to be trying to regulate itself. One of the things it does, it actually produces excess oil to help regulate the temperature in the body. And that also helps to prevent moisture loss. The other thing is that the surface oil, even though it's kind of hydrating, but the deeper layers of the skin is actually becoming more dehydrated. And here are some things that can cause it. If you have a lot of air conditioning going on inside your place, that also creates a more drier environment for your skin. And also water loss due to sweating and UV exposure to the skin barrier. That when that skin barrier has more UV exposure, it's not able to retain the moisture and oil balance that well. And then we also have heat. That's going to disrupt the normal skin's ability to actually hydrate itself properly. So what do people normally do? They put more moisturizer on, and it's going to be very oily, thick and heavy, and sometimes very congesting. One of the things you can actually look at is actually switching out your moisturizer in terms of the texture. So instead of normally using a cream, you can use a lightweight lotion. If that's still a little bit heavy for you, then you can also use a gel. So during the summertime, you would have a set of products for the summer. And then when the winter time comes, because your skin's going to change, those set may actually change as well too.